You're listening to the sounds of the WATE, the world according to Eli.
You are now tuned in to the #1 podcast in the world, The WATE, the world according to Eli. Music, sports, video games, and culture. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the host of our show, Mr. Eli.
Yo, what's up? Welcome to The WATE, and today, I'm your host, Eli. To the left of me is my co-host, Dad.
To the right of you.
To the right of me. I'm a little off today, guys, sorry. But welcome to The WATE, and let's get on to a great show, episode 9.
Episode 9, let's do it. Let's get this thing rolling.
How was your week?
Weekend's pretty good, can't complain.
We watched some football.
We watched a lot of great football this week.
A
lot of good games of the week.
Yeah,
a lot of rivalry games.
A lot of greatness
played.
going on. A lot of greatness going on.
A lot of greatness going on. Some basketball. The basketball's starting to heat up a little bit.
They get looking a little shady.
A little shady, and so we'll talk about that. But first, let's get into
some NFL.
NFL action.
We had the Sunday Night Football, Packers versus Patriots. Patriots won 31-17.
What'd you think about because Brady was looking a little shady at first.
Brady was looking a little rocky on the first half and a little bit of the third quarter. I feel like they didn't get a lot of pressure on him, but their secondary actually tightened up on their on my wide receivers.
On the coverage, yes.
On Hogan, Edelman. We didn't have Gronk, so Josh was a little off because he was our #1 option because Gronk wasn't there.
And they were able to double Josh because he was the primary target.
Right. And then Edelman kind of dropped some passes that he normally doesn't drop.
Right.
But our defense was very surprising to me because they did, on the other end, they got a lot of pressure on Aaron Rodgers.
They got tremendous pressure on Aaron Rodgers.
Even though he's great on his feet, he can get off his spot and still win you.
But when he's rushing or scrambling that much, that's an indication that the secondary coverage is really good.
And then our defensive line is getting a lot of pressure on him.
A lot of pressure on him. I thought the key to that game was the fumble.
I thought also the penalty kick on the punt, which should have only been 5 yards.
Right. And
that almost hurt them too.
Right. But that the score being 17-17, and Aaron Rodgers was starting to get in his bag. Right. He was starting to make his move.
And just a great defensive play.
And then that defensive play broke the momentum, and it put Tom Brady. They had just had a great defensive stand.
Right.
And then they came out, and Aaron Rodgers was rolling, and he put Tom back on the field.
Yeah.
And the rest was history.
But about 9 minutes left.
31-17. I'm starting to think Aaron Rodgers, who I do think in a vacuum is the best quarterback in the league, he's got to get out of Green Bay, or his career will wind up being one of those careers that he gets that one Super Bowl. And remember, he was handed a Super Bowl team. Brett Favre left that team in great shape.
Right, in 2009.
And Brett had already won a Super Bowl, so it's not like he built a team from scratch.
Yeah.
So with that being said,
Now, when I asked you this off camera, you said he had signed too much money. He ain't really going nowhere.
Forget what I say off camera.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Because I be wilding off camera.
Yeah, but you also, you don't like to stick to your decisions.
No, never. I'm a hypocrite. I told you
that. So I'm saying, what kind of changed your view on that?
I think he's going to wind up spending his whole career there because he just signed the biggest contract in history for a quarterback.
Right.
And,
but I do think if they can change their coach,
McCarthy?
Yeah, McCarthy, he needs to go.
I just think they don't spend enough.
He's a great coach.
They don't spend enough in free agency to put the proper pieces around.
And don't you think there's a little bit of turmoil between Aaron Rodgers and
management? He threw management under the bus.
With the trades in the
preseason. So
#1,
and he is more like a diva. He is a diva, a super diva. He really acts like nothing is ever his fault. And remember, some of the insiders who used to play for him, Greg Jennings said that he was a diva, and a couple of other people said he doesn't accept responsibility because he's so talented.
Even his ex-girlfriend. No, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I don't know who that is.
I'm not trying to get personal. I'm just throwing out names.
Okay. So with that being said,
so I know that does show how great Tom Brady is because he'll take pay cuts and get great players.
No, he has. He's done an amazing job keeping the talent flow around him because he knows it's all about talent. You can't win this by yourself.
Right.
And so Tom Brady understands. Plus, Tom Brady's wife is almost a billionaire.
Right.
So, he can afford to, take a pay cut here and there.
So did this game live up to the hype?
I thought it did. I thought it did. But I thought it'd be more scoring. It was more of a defensive battle.
Yeah, I think. I thought that Aaron Rodgers is a problem. I thought because he did have 19 incompletions.
Yes.
But there was some needle throws that he just still.
Now he can put that ball.
I don't know how he's able to.
Yeah, ball is on a string.
A defensive end will be right in his face. You can't even see, and he'll somehow just throw it
in the perfect spot
where only the wide receiver can get it. I think Tom has worked very well with the new pieces that he's had.
Yes,
he's about to get Tony Michelle back
to help with the running game
and
Gronk. So his weapons will be more.
And I think also too the head coach between Bill Belichick and McCarthy kind of outwavered because Bill would have better.
Yeah. Well, Bill makes adjustments
right
better than anybody in the league.
I think the Bill Belichick kind of gave the Patriots more of a little bit of the edge.
Right. Absolutely. And Tom was sluggish, but then Tom figured it out.
Right, because
as great quarterbacks do.
And we said too, those are two great stops because they had to stop before the penalty.
Right.
They got the penalties, which gave them the ball back at the 30-yard line, and then they stopped him again. But when you give it to him a third time, he's not going to mess up.
He's not going to mess up that many times. So, good game on their part. The Patriots have now won 6 in a row.
Yep.
It looks like the Packers are done.
Yeah.
At 3-3-1 or whatever, or 3-4-1.
They still have a shot, but
an outside shot. But to look at the last 2 games they lost, they could have beat the Rams.
Right.
And they probably should have beat the Rams. And they had their opportunities in this game. I don't think if the guy fumbles the ball, I think it might have changed the outcome somewhat.
Right.
But New England is a tough place to play.
Yeah.
And so that's why you guys will need home court advantage
against the Chiefs. Yes.
Against the Chiefs.
We had a game of the week.
The game of the week was really the Saints and the Rams.
The Saints and the Rams. Saints won 45-35.
Now, at one point, the Saints was up
35-17.
35-17 or something. This was going to look
35-10. My bad.
And this was going to look like a blowout.
Yeah.
And the Rams showed some fortitude.
The Saints had gone 5 for 5 on every time they had got the ball.
Yes.
The Rams defense, mainly their secondary is not that tight.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Peters got smoked by Michael Thomas.
Yes. The second-year player, I believe he's a second-year player.
Yeah, their wide receiver. He
had a phenomenal game. Yes.
Every time.
He was abusing him.
And Drew Brees, I don't know if Tom's ever going to get those records, man, because Drew Brees is looking great.
Drew Brees may be ahead of, and this is what Colin Hurd said, and I have to agree, you have to put Drew Brees ahead of Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now,
Drew Brees is smaller.
Granted, their football stadium is in a dome, so the wind is kind of...
They
don't have that factor, but...
That's where I play at. It is what it is. Peyton Manning played his entire career, except when he got to Denver in the dome.
Right.
But his numbers are consistent, and you know what's else consistent? The coach. Right? So, Sean Payton and Brees have been consistently together, like Belichick and Brady. Like McCarthy and Aaron too.
Right.
I think that also plays in it, but man, first 5 or 6 times down, Brees was getting anything he wanted.
Everything. And Alvin Kamara
was
killing Ty Gurley. Now we know they don't face off
against each other, but it's matchup for matchup.
Kamara had a better game.
Overall game. And the game still got close down the stretch. The Saints tied it up.
The Rams
tied it up.
The Rams made a lot of adjustments going into the second half because they had the ball back.
Right.
They got a big defensive stop, and it was looking like a tight game. I thought that the Rams would eventually, when they tied it up, I thought that they were going to pull it out.
Mm-hmm.
And then they let Thomas go for a 73-yard bomb.
Oh.
And I'm like,
that was huge.
Whose job is that?
Yeah, that was huge. Somebody missed an assignment because he was wide open.
I love the celebration. He pulled out the...
he pulled the cell phone out.
Yeah.
That's old school, yeah. Joe Horn pulled that, right. First person to do that. So now there are no more undefeated teams.
No more undefeated teams. Do you feel that there's a lot of pressure with the Rams now? Even though it's only one loss.
But I think last week they got exposed by the Packers.
Right.
The Packers defense had that game close,
right?
And they just couldn't hold it. And we all agree if Aaron Rodgers gets that ball back,
and Ty doesn't,
right.
And Ty doesn't decide to run the kickoff,
then they're gonna win that game. So, but remember, it's the season is a long season.
Right, the Rams already have enough wins to make it to the playoffs.
Right,
so no matter what, unless they lose 7 straight more games.
But they still look focused. I still say they're gonna win 14 games.
They need to fix
13 or 14.
They need
games.
to get to lead back because the secondary is really.
Is he injured?
He's injured because he had ankle surgery.
Okay.
So but it's not too bad to where he's gonna be out.
Okay, so he'll be back, which will help them in the long run.
Right.
By the time the playoff comes. So I still say the Rams are going to be the team to beat in the NFC.
Right. And is this did you see watching this game yesterday? Did you see a NFC Championship kind of matchup a little bit?
A preview. Yes. I think the Saints are quietly handling their business. The Carolina Panthers are running under the radar right now.
I can say with confidence, I believe that the Saints are going to win the NFC. This is the first time
that you can say so.
Last year I think they could have done it too, but the Eagles was kind of just their defense was much better than theirs.
Right.
But this year, and if the guy doesn't mess up on Diggs,
absolutely,
who knows?
This is a weird play.
Right.
So I do say the Rams and Saints in the NFC Championship game, and that's gonna come down to it's gonna be a duel.
Yeah, definitely.
That's definitely gonna be a duel.
We had a legendary rivalry between the Steelers and the Ravens. Steelers won 23-16.
Yeah, very good game. Those games could go either way any week, no matter where they play. Those teams are evenly matched.
In the early 2000s, it was a heated rivalry. It always used to go back and forth.
Right, and this is the Steelers' 4th win in a row.
Right.
I think they have figured some things out. I feel that
they don't need Bell
need Le'Veon Bell, but he has to come back
to get
by next week, unless he won't be eligible for the playoffs.
Did he come back to get his money?
And he's got to come back to get his money. So, but I think he's already created a wedge.
But that backup running back is doing his job
in the locker room. He's created a wedge. So I don't know if they'll have a place for him. They should have traded him before the deadline, in my humble opinion.
Right.
And they didn't. So we're going to see how, because sometimes a player can come back and mess the chemistry up.
Right.
Just because now we have to deal with that. You know what I mean? So with that being said, let's keep our eye on that.
How do you feel about Joe Flacco?
Joe Flacco has to go.
Joe go?
Yeah, he has to get out of here. Remember, he's only a playoff type of quarterback.
That's true.
With that being said,
and he still has a cannon.
But they need to get the ball to Lamar Jackson. They need to hand it over to Lamar. And they said that this could be the quarterback and I forget the general manager, Ozzie Newsome.
Yeah, I think this
could be his last year as well. At some point, youth has to prevail.
Well, Joe Flacco he went 23 for 37, threw for 206 yards, but he had no touchdowns and no interceptions.
So he was basically just out there.
Right. Ben, on the other hand, he went for 28 for 47, 270 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Okay, so that's the difference in the game. They only won by 1 touchdown.
Right.
And
if you can't get into the red zone and try to score.
And Flacco is always at the bottom of statistic-wise in the regular season.
Yeah.
If he gets to the playoffs, then
you have a shot.
Right. He's almost like Eli Manning. He's the AFC Eli Manning.
Right.
Terrible in the regular season.
But he doesn't look too old to me to where his offensive
line. Right. But I'm just saying, terrible in the regular season. But if he gets to the playoffs, he could pop off.
Definitely. We had the Texans versus the Broncos.
This is a heartbreaker here.
The Texans won 19-17. The Broncos missed a game-winning field goal kick.
Yeah, boy.
In Denver.
Ow, that's gotta hurt.
Jameis Winston has been playing really good. We saw him.
Oh no, Jameis Winston. He don't play for.
Sorry. I always say get the Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson. They've won 6 in a row.
They won 6 in a row.
Let's clap that up. That's a lot of wins.
First time since 2012.
Okay, so they're in a weak division. We understand that.
Right. And last year the Jaguars just destroyed it.
Right. But 6 wins is 6 wins. You play whoever's on the schedule.
Right.
So the Texans will probably close that division out.
Yeah, for the most part.
Are they in the lead in that division?
Yeah, they are. Give me a second, guys. Sorry. They are 6-3.
Okay, that's pretty decent record.
They have the record with that. I believe he's figuring out how to run and throw at the same time, because last time we was watching him live and he just kind of was running it too much.
Right. He was like a running back out there who can throw.
Right.
And he has to become a quarterback who can run.
Right.
When the opportunity presents itself.
But not run so much where you keep getting hurt.
Absolutely. Because he was taking a beating against the Cowboys, wasn't he?
Yeah. Cowboys,
man, he kept running so much, and he was taking
and he was almost about to cost him the game.
And that cost, he had a contusion, rib contusion.
But he had 213 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see how Case Keenum did. He only had 290 yards, but he had 1 touchdown. So I mean,
okay, so pretty even from that point. But you, as a quarterback, you march your team down the field,
right, and then
you turn it over to the kicker,
right, and
the kicker, it's like a free throw,
right.
It's one free throw to win the game.
I hate when it's a clutch moment and you miss a free throw, because it's free. You just got 5. All you got to do is breathe, take your time, and make the free throw.
Right. So as a kicker, step to the side,
breathe.
Line it up.
You're in your home building.
You're in your own building.
The crowd,
so quiet.
You don't even got to worry about the crowd.
You got to make that kick.
Unless it's like a 70-yard, 65.
Right. Nah, but if it's a doable kick, you got to make that.
I'll put them in the wild card.
Who?
Texans.
Oh yeah. Texans, they'll win the division, but they'll be in the wild card game. They may host a wild card game.
Right.
Yeah, they'll get to host a wild card game at home before they have to take on some real competition.
Definitely.
And the quiet team in the AFC is the Chargers.
They beat the Seahawks 23-17.
Yeah.
In Seattle.
That's
it was looking tough. And River Phillips.
Yeah, Phillip Rivers.
Phillip Rivers, my bad. Sorry, I'm all over the place today. He played good. He's decent.
He is
quality.
He is a quality quarterback right under the elite quarterbacks.
Right.
And if he wins a Super Bowl, he's going to take a quantum leap into great conversation.
But is he though?
Not in the AFC.
But
he don't miss no games.
That's true. I'm not even trying to be funny with that. I'm just trying to say you have Big Ben, who's still in the AFC. You still have Tom. You have Patrick Mahomes, who might get lucky and just end up taking the Chiefs all the way.
Facts.
But they're a good side team. I love their defense, and we'll see what happens. I do think if the Chargers and the Chiefs do face off in the playoffs, anything can happen. I'm not gonna.
One game could if you're not focused. Because I've seen Andy Reid blow some games, man.
And Phillips is a more veteran quarterback.
Absolutely.
And it's all about who's your quarterback and who's a better leader when it comes.
You preaching to the choir here, young man. Absolutely.
Rivers, he went 13 for 26, threw for 228 yards.
Okay.
Had 2 touchdowns, no interceptions.
Okay.
Russell Wilson, he went 26 for 39, 235 yards, threw for 1 interception and 2 touchdowns.
And his boy almost dropped the touchdown in the end zone that would have tied the game up.
Baldwin is number 1 wide receiver.
Yeah, would have tied the game up. And Dez Bryant still doesn't have a job.
Yeah, I don't even know if this is like really. I mean, we completely forgot about it because I've thought about it, but
listen, I didn't think he was that bad. Yeah. I thought, somebody's gonna pick him up by week 5 or 6.
No, when Malcolm told me that he is not a great route runner, that was key.
Right.
Not really on his emotion, but as a wide receiver, you need to learn how to run routes because I don't need you to always just run straight.
Right. I need you to
be a slot receiver.
I got to put the ball in a certain place, and I need you to be there. And when you couple in his attitude,
right? But it's not as bad.
But you're trying to tell me
it's not as
he's
bad
not better than some of them wide receivers that are on some of these teams, bro.
Odell Beckham.
Well, no, Odell Beckham is a star.
No, I'm talking about with his attitude though.
Oh yeah.
He's a little. I can tolerate a little bit more of Dez than Odell.
Odell is off the chain right now, yeah.
But Odell is way more talented. So I mean, you have Hopkins, who's a great wide receiver. I can still see him going to Texas with that.
Mm-hmm.
You have Sammy Watkins.
Well, he's running out of time. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's staying in shape, but
I do think that the Dallas Cowboys regretted the move earlier.
Right. But now they bring in Amari Cooper who makes his debut tonight
against the
Titans.
Yeah, against the Titans.
So we'll see how that pans out.
Chris Johnson. He was a good running back for the Tennessee Titans.
Mm-hmm.
He retired at 33.
All right, let's clap that up. 33, retired. had that good 2,000 yard year.
Yeah, and then
that got him that big contract, and he was fast.
Right, he was definitely fast.
It's very fast.
And basically, injuries kind of just held him back a little bit.
Yeah.
And he did try to play with the Broncos
Cardinals or the Broncos, one of them teams.
Broncos, Chiefs, and
but
just kind of
the expectancy of a running back is nothing but really 4 years.
Right, maybe
4 to
5
5 if you're good. Because,
and if you're Andrew Peterson, you can probably last.
Right. He's an anomaly because it's a lot of punishment that you're taking, physical punishment on your body. So we wish him well in whatever he chooses to.
I can definitely see him in broadcasting.
Right. Speaking of doing well, Josh Gordon is doing pretty well.
Yeah, I like
for the Patriots.
This kid a lot.
I think a lot has to do with sometimes the organization that you go to.
Right.
So you go to an organization that's in chaos, and then you fall back to your old habits.
Right.
You come to an A1 organization like the Patriots, and you get your stuff together.
And it's not gonna be like Cooks where we kind of just needed you for a big moment. We need him like now.
Oh no, he's needed. He's fully.
And I do, and no.
And he's catching some passes out there.
Right, and I do think. I don't really know why Brandon Cooks never worked out because I'm bringing Brandon Cooks into the conversation because I'm thinking about elite wide receivers and we've only really had 3 in Miami.
And Brandon Cooks is playing for the Rams now, right?
Right.
And he's doing okay.
He's doing really good.
He's doing okay.
Really good. He was, but I feel like we never really used him as much as we should have.
But why didn't you guys re-sign him? It's the question.
No, because I mean, money. We don't play with money. You're like it just is what it is. But long story short. I love his hands. He can catch anything that Tom throws, and he's great at route running, and he's fast.
Oh no, he's very fast.
We have an lethal deep threat wide receiver for the first time since Randy Moss,
and that is a fact.
You're listening to the sounds of the WATE, the world according to
Welcome
Eli.
back to the WATE.
Yeah.
We're going to jump into some NBA news. It's getting good.
It's starting to heat up. This is like week 4.
Week 4, week 5.
About 10 games in. About 10 games into the season.
Yeah, man. Let's talk about the Lakers. They're in a little bit of trouble. They won a good game against the Portland Trailblazers.
Barely. I mean, they were not barely. They was winning by 20 and had to win it at the end of the game.
Right.
So, yeah.
And we always talk about the young rookies. They kind of take their foot off the gas a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And, but LeBron's trying his best because he's really him and Rondo are really the only 2 veterans that need to gain.
But I'm questioning his patience now because LeBron at some point is going to get tired of just losing games that he should be winning.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I think they got to make a move earlier than they anticipated. I think they should go after Jimmy Butler, whether Jimmy Butler wants to be there or not. I say take Ingram and Hart and send them to Minnesota for Butler.
One thing Butler won't do, he won't lag off of his.
No. Butler's gonna be.
If he wants to win, he's gonna win.
He's because that 2 position is open. Ingram is playing it now, but he looks uncomfortable and unorthodox as a 6'8" 2.
Right. I love Hart, but he kind of.
He's a rookie.
Hart needs to work on a little bit better on his finishing around the rim.
Because
sometimes he'll throw it up and it just kind of goes way to the left.
And he's not going to get the rookie calls. To me, that 2 position, unless you're preserving that for Klay Thompson, and I don't want to get ahead of myself.
You're not getting Klay Thompson.
No, but I'm just saying, there's a lot of collusion going on in the NBA. A lot of these players already know where they're going next year, and you give somebody a wink or something to that effect. I'm just simply saying, if not, I'm going to fill that. Because you don't want to fill it with Jimmy Butler, and then he decides to leave, or Klay go, I was going to come there. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case may be. So,
what about Kawhi?
Kawhi looks very comfortable in Toronto.
Yeah, he does.
They beat the Lakers without Kawhi last night.
So that's really
and was winning by 30 in the first quarter.
Right.
And you coming home, I know you played last night in Portland.
Serge Ibaka had 34 points.
And he was 15 to 15 at one point or something crazy and unstoppable, and it's unacceptable.
Yeah.
Now, the final score didn't tell because, the young guys came in and rallied a little bit.
And also, for all you LeBron stands out there, which is right behind my camera and right here, LeBron also likes to get rid of coaches that he doesn't really need.
Sure.
In terms of Luke Walton.
Sure.
Granted, I do like Luke Walton, but when me and you are drafted in the same class.
But Magic didn't hire Luke Walton.
I understand that. Right.
So
And like
Luke ain't his man.
It's like me and you are drafting center, but you're much older than me and you know more. But I'm the coach because I'm younger.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's kind of weird.
It's a weird dynamic. LeBron don't look like he respects Luke.
And LeBron will tank if he wants to and he needs to in order to get a change.
I always watch LeBron's body language, and right now his body language is.
But I do like.
Oh, we have the cat over there acting crazy.
Probably. But I do like Rondo's demanding.
No,
leadership.
Rondo has been quarterbacking out there. I love his voice. He's out there really behind the guys.
And I love Lance's handle.
And right now, the defensive player of the year has to be JaVale McGee.
He's been averaging
5 blocks a game, 15 points, 7 rebounds, and now Tyson Chandler is rumored to be coming in as a backup. So now that solidifies you got bigger.
Right.
Because it's such a drop-off when McGee leaves the game. Right. Now you bring in Chandler, who's a veteran, who can help out with that. But you got to do something. You got too many of these young guys. And I'm watching Kuzma 2 or 3 times. LeBron is like, yo, give me the ball. And Kuzma, he's got tunnel vision. He's straight to the basket. And I don't think LeBron likes that. LeBron might not say nothing. Right. But one time,
one or a couple
times, LeBron is going, and he never even looked over at LeBron. And as a result of that, it makes me think that changes might be coming earlier rather than later. But I'm going to go and put a package together for Jimmy Butler now.
Is there anybody else?
Because the reason I say that, because Jimmy can play the 2 or the 3.
Right.
So if they wind up getting Klay, you can just put Jimmy and put LeBron at the 4. You know what I mean? And you would have a legitimate,
Right. And then hopefully they can possibly get Anthony Davis who sees.
I think Anthony is going to come. So, but and Luke, I'm gonna say Luke has another 5 games.
I think a full year.
And remember, Brian Shaw is on the bench.
Brian Shaw.
Yeah, he's very good, assistant. So they might even put him. I said Kobe should coach the team.
Yeah, that's a big possibility.
I seen him doing that detail stuff and all that.
Right.
And I don't care what people say. Kobe misses the game. He's out there with his daughter and coaching and having fun and running his business.
Like as a buffer.
But it burns inside. That game burns inside of you. And I think LA would be electric if all of a sudden you saw Kobe on the sideline coaching LeBron.
I don't know. It's gonna be a little weird at first. I do like the concept, but it's just gonna be a little weird at first.
It would be weird, and it's probably more far-fetched than I just threw it out there. I would like to see it. Right. Now, of course, Mark Jackson or Van Gundy would be more seasoned coaches, but Kobe, Kobe does, he's gonna give it his full attention.
I'm gonna give Luke a good month and a half, like right around the Christmas game.
Nah, he's not gonna last that long. If these guys continue to blow these big leads and continue to look like defensively they don't know what they're doing out there, I believe his time. Magic's already pressed him a little bit.
Yeah, put him a little bit on the hot seat.
You put him on a hot seat a little bit. The Rockets are getting healthy.
Yeah, Rockets are finally healthy. They got James Harden back. He missed 3 home games.
And my man Melo's been playing good. Clap that up.
Yeah, he had one good game against the Brooklyn Nets.
No, he had a couple of good games. Yeah, he had 22 one game, had 8, and then he had 28 when he got back to Brooklyn. He's starting to get a little bit more comfortable in his role, and now the Rockets are healthy. So now you will see them go on a 10-2, 15-3 run and make this a 2-team race, in my humble opinion, because the Rockets are that good. You can't tell me you have the league's MVP, probably the best point guard in the league.
I'm still going to say they got worse. They absolutely got worse. You don't have your defensive coordinator, not your defensive assistant coach. You got Melo. I don't like Michael Carter Williams. He can't shoot. He's a great defensive player, but he can't shoot.
But he adds defense. Melo adds another shooter.
He does. But it's if he's going to make those shots.
He's making them.
I can leave him wide open.
No, you can't.
He can go for 1 for 8, or either he can go for 4.
He's making those shots. Melo, I believe in you, man. Make those shots.
But no, they got their full squad back. As long as they stay healthy, they should be in top.
And because it's so early in the season, I don't put a lot of stock into it.
Yeah.
I do put a stock in the Warriors going 9-1 because that tells me that they're after something.
I try not to jump the gun, but I do see a huge weakness in their defense.
Whose defense?
Houston's.
Oh yeah.
I just do. And they don't fix it, they're not gonna.
But I'm gonna tell you, it was amazing the way PJ Tucker was manhandling Kevin Durant last year in the playoffs.
Was he now?
Yeah, he was getting 16 rebounds a game.
That might have been like on Green.
Well, whoever was on, he was getting 16 rebounds a game.
But who knows? Anyway, we won the series and we got the championship back.
Yeah, that's because Chris Paul was hurt.
It's not under my control.
Yeah, Boston sends a great message to Milwaukee.
Yeah, and then they lost to the Pacers. But again,
one thing at a time.
We'll talk about the Pacers.
I think that was the big game of the week last week because Milwaukee was undefeated.
Yeah.
And Boston hit 24 threes in that game.
Yeah. Again,
Boston is the best team player for player.
Yeah.
I think Golden State, of course, is top heavy, has the best starting 5, but the best starting 12.
Yeah.
I think Boston and with their young coach.
Irving is starting to get comfortable with
They shaved all that stuff off of his head for starters.
Yeah.
And the crazy beard. He looks like he's back to Uncle Drew.
I think Terry Rozier and Irving are starting to get comfortable with each other.
With them sharing that position. Yes.
Terry, I know how much Terry wanted that starting lineup, but I mean, dude, it's Kyrie. We got Kyrie Irving.
Right, but Kyrie Irving,
and we're not bringing him off the bench because that's not
right. Absolutely, but Kyrie Irving could make a move in the summertime. He said he loves Boston. He plans to stay, but he might have just said that so people will stop asking him that at every interview. And I think that's a brilliant idea. Guys, I'm staying in Boston, and this way you don't have to deal with it.
And that's what Kevin Durant did right before he went to Golden State.
Absolutely. So you have to do that sometime because you don't want to have to answer these questions every day.
How serious? I mean, I know we didn't take Milwaukee serious with the 8-0.
No, Milwaukee's new coach
is kind of
Bullets, the guy from Atlanta, right. Buckholz. And they're using Lopez pretty good. Brook Lopez in the starting lineup.
They're really
Remember,
good.
Brook coming from the west to the east, and he's starting to, and they're really starting to play well. Greek the Freak. Our numbers have been off the charts.
Yeah, he has to be their leader. He has to try to carry
So he's doing that. Middleton
with,
always plays well. Bledsoe is a decent point guard.
Yeah, solid.
Solid point guard. So they have some pieces. I think they will actually make the top 4.
Yeah, I do too.
4 to 5.
For the first time, because every time you kind of bank, every time we bank on the Bucks, they kind of don't succeed.
Again, new leadership can bring new ideas.
Right.
Then Boston got smacked by Indiana.
Yeah,
very good game though.
Very good game. Very tight.
Kyrie Irving dropping threes. Oladipo dropping threes. Turner's a problem. And then Oladipo comes down and pulls that 3 at the end of the game. And you've seen him do that last year in the playoffs against LeBron.
Because he's home and he's he's working on his craft a lot better now.
Absolutely.
He's worked out for the past 2 summers.
Yes, he has come into his own.
And now that, like we said, now that LeBron's not there, the East is wide open.
The East is wide open. It's there for the taking. The surprise team in the West is
OKC.
Denver,
right.
8-1.
Denver's 8-1. They're number 2 in the Western Conference. They lost to the Lakers that one
game. Yeah.
I like Djokovic.
Yes.
I like
a big man who can pass.
Right, Murray.
The whole squad out there. They really get it in.
It's Denver, but they're a tough place to play because it's
Jay Crowder with them, or is he with Utah?
Who are you talking about?
Jay Crowder.
With Utah.
Okay, he's with Utah.
Yeah, Utah.
Okay, so Denver plays well. Denver plays well at home.
Yeah.
In the Mile High City.
And they're a very tough team. They was about to make it.
They put up buckets. They will put up buckets on you. But I do expect them to fall back to the pack.
We'll see.
You know what I mean? I don't think they can sustain that.
Because I do think Sacramento won't be in the playoffs. Like if it ended.
Oh no, Sacramento's not gonna be.
Memphis won't be in the playoffs, and there was another team.
It's another team that's up there now.
Maybe the Clippers.
Yeah, that won't be there.
OKC won 4 straight after going 0-4 in the start of the season.
Okay, so now they're starting to pick it up.
I think their fast tempo with Paul George and Russell Westbrook is a lot better because you have 2 dynamic scorers.
And when they get Roberson back, at least he can't shoot.
Okay, here's my problem with Roberson in their lineup. He can't shoot. You can't have two dynamic scorers out of 3.
No, Adams can shoot.
He can't shoot either.
Adams can shoot.
No, he can't.
But he's not.
Pick and rolls does not count as shooting. You can get to the basket and score.
Okay,
he's a good scorer.
He's a scorer.
Thank you. Don't call him a shooter.
All right, he's not a shooter. He's a scorer.
He can't shoot.
At the end of the day, you got to put the ball in the basket, right?
Yeah.
If he sets a pick, he rolls, he scores.
So how many points would we give him as like an average?
He gets about 18 a game, 18 and 10 rebounds, and he's tough.
18?
Yeah.
Kind of makes me cringe.
And no. Look, he's strong. He has very good chemistry with Westbrook.
Yeah, I will give you the.
They need one more pure shooter at the 3 spot.
At the 2 spot, you already have Paul George.
All right, Paul George is at the 3. Westbrook is at the 1.
Robertson can't be the answer.
Is at the 2. But Robertson can take. Check this out.
I understand that.
He
but
can
when
take
I kick it
your
out
number
to you
one.
in the wide,
No.
Look, you need to.
It's a trade-off. He could shut down your number 1 player.
At least, okay. Can we at least agree you can at least go for like J.R. Smith because he wants to get traded?
No. I'm telling. Defense wins championships.
I understand that, but you can't have 2 dynamic scorers and a 5 lineup and only 3 and 3 of them can't shoot. I'm not counting Adams because he can score near the basket. That doesn't count as. I'm talking about pure shooter. You had McDermott. I don't know what happened with him.
Dude, scoring is scoring. Shaq couldn't shoot. But
that was a different era. We're not counting.
All
right.
Just saying. They need one more shooter. Maybe it's somebody they can bring off their bench.
Like a J.R. Smith. That's why I said trade for J.R.
Yeah,
Smith.
but J.R. Smith messed his whole career up with what he did
okay,
in
but
game 1.
he's not going back to the finals.
I'm just saying.
All right, whatever. We're seeing.
Speaking of going back to the finals.
It was against the Utah Jazz. Very close game. Mitchell did not play the last final 6 minutes because he pulled his hamstring.
He re-injured himself last night, but that's beside the point.
Okay, so
he might be done for the season.
How drastic?
It looked bad. He said, "I'm over. I'm done." So he was on the floor squirming and screaming.
Ugh.
It's very ugly. But Derrick Rose turns back the clock
to 2011
for a 50-cent piece.
Yeah.
Wow.
Actually, I was watching that game. I didn't even realize he was scoring because it was such a team that Houston win.
Right. But
I didn't realize until
and he was in tears because what people don't know behind the scenes, the hard work, all the injuries to fight back. Because I believe if he never got injured
with the ACL tear,
from the beginning, that Chicago wins the championship. They had Joakim Noah, they had Gibson, they had all these role players, and he was there. He was gonna fight LeBron and them tooth and nail and get that job done. I do believe that. Yeah.
That's a 4-year. You're talking about within the 4 years in Miami.
Miami didn't win it all 4 years.
They didn't, but that was against Western teams.
And then who did they beat them that first year?
They beat them. I think Game 6. They beat them in Chicago.
Okay, they beat them in Chicago in Game 6. I think they would have been because remember the defensive presence. And they had somebody. They had Heinrich on that team. They had
Heinrich and they had Nate Robinson.
They had a
great squad.
They had a squad, man.
But I mean, against that big 3, who knows?
Who knows? But we want to big up Rose.
Derrick Rose. He
going through a lot. Worked his butt off. He's back. Then he tweaked his ankle the next game. Couldn't play.
Yeah,
I guess because he overexerted himself.
Right, we was about to say he pushed himself a lot to get to that big moment.
Right.
It panned out. They got
and that's not something that he's going to be able to do on a regular basis.
Right.
But he can have sparks. I told you, I've been watching him all regular season anyway. And I kept saying he's got an extra bounce in his step. So
and Kevin Garnett did say that too because he comes around the practice.
Yeah. He had a very good training camp, should we say?
Right.
And speaking of 50-point games, Klay dropped 52.
Klay Thompson dropped 52 points last week against the Chicago Bulls. Their defense was terrible. It was only one-on-one coverage at all times.
Oh, that was terrible. And he had 14 threes. And here's the dynamics between these two players. Derrick Rose dribbled the ball 659 times to get his 50 points. And Klay dribbled the ball 9 times?
Yeah.
Or something
something
really crazy to get his
9
dribbles to get his 52 points.
Yeah.
So to show you the dynamic and old school,
have
to dribble around.
Yeah.
To I just get my spot and fire.
He's a great catcher. He's like one of the greatest catching shooters.
Yeah, and you know he's one of them guys who could go for 70. He can go for 75 in a game.
Right.
At any given time, him or Steph.
And that was a crazy week for Golden State, mind you, because Steph had dropped 51.
Right.
Durant
in
had
3
dropped
quarters.
25 and a quarter.
Right.
So, you know.
So they're just they're flexing their muscle and showing you their power.
Right. Jimmy Butler is still with the Timberwolves.
Yeah.
Do you see this Rocket trade going through? Mind you, they made the announcement like the second week of October.
I think the asking price is too high. Unless let me say this.
Yeah.
Unless Jimmy is willing to sign the extension. If he comes to Houston and say, I'm willing to stay in Houston, then the price is not too high. But if he was a 1-year rental, you want to give away 4 first-round picks and Eric Gordon, that price is too high.
No, here's the thing. It all depends on, are we trying to, because the Eric Gordon move is basically, is Eric Gordon a better fit? Or do we go after the superstar?
Well, I will say this. If they get Jimmy Butler on their team, they're going to be a problem.
Yeah, but then you lost Eric Gordon.
If they might work something else out.
Because, do we trust... I don't trust Melo being their 6th man. I like Eric Gordon being their 6th man, but not Melo. Because Melo would have to come out, he would have to stay on the bench.
Okay, that's fine. Stay on the bench.
And be their 6th man,
but if he's getting
average a good 27 to 28 points per game.
Eric Gordon is not averaging 27 points off the bench.
Almost.
He's averaging 18 points off the bench. But here's my thing.
No, I'm talking about last year. I'm not talking about this.
27 points, no. LeBron only
averaged at least like 30.
LeBron averaged 29 as a starter.
No, but he was at least getting 30 points.
No, he was getting... he'd have a 30-point game here and there, but he wasn't averaging 30 a game.
All right. Tomato. You get my point.
Oh, well, Melo could do that. Especially in D'Antoni's offense, which everybody has the green light.
So
I think I can get 12 a game.
So here's the question then. Do you like Eric Gordon better as a fit, or do you go after superstar Jimmy Butler?
It's deeper than that. It's Jimmy Butler.
It's only Eric Gordon.
Eric Gordon is a key, intricate piece of the team.
So then answer the question.
I'm answering the question. Is Jimmy going to stay? If he's a 1-year rental, I say no.
But you're trying to get a championship, right? You're so... Daniel Murray is...
they were right there.
Is so obsessed with Golden State.
They were right there to get a championship last year.
Well, that's on Chris Paul then. He got hurt.
Okay, well, just saying.
You're listening to the sounds of the WATE. The world.
All right, welcome back. We're going into baseball.
Yeah, light. We're going to baseball light.
Klay Thompson signed a 3-year deal with the Dodgers.
Yeah, he's going to get that money. And the top 2 free... do you think he should have left the Dodgers?
Yeah, kind of. Because that ain't going to the World Series for the 3rd straight year. That's like hard to do.
Yeah, it might happen.
And then are you still gonna get the championship? Can you beat the AL one year in the 3rd year? Cause the AL is like really strong.
LA is a good place to play.
Yeah, great city.
Amari Cooper just scores his first touchdown with the Cowboys.
That's great for him.
Just keep that out there. LA is a great city, so 3-year extension.
I think Manning ain't leaving LA.
Yeah, Manning and Bryce Harper will be the top 2. Maybe.
Nah.
Maybe.
Nah. Granted, New York is
Who would you rather have, Manning or Bryce?
Bryce Harper.
Bryce Harper?
Bryce Harper. I just don't feel like Manning's going to leave LA, the city, to go to New York.
The city.
The city, yeah. Because it's too cold. It's always hot in LA.
But guess what?
It's a lot of supermodels.
But look who he be playing with: Judge, Stanton Carter.
Yeah, you got Justin Turner. You got Yasiel Puig.
Puig, come on, that ain't playing.
No,
with
don't
the
act
Judge.
like Puig ain't Okay, Puig is not.
Puig is crazy. He's
the
J.R. Smith of baseball. Okay, so with that being said, we'll keep our eye on the free agency market. Let's talk culture just for a few. Your man 6'9" Tekashi gets probation
for his 4-year allegation.
And he can't say Treyway or something.
He can't say Treyway, and he can't be in no gang affiliation.
Okay, so he's done because his whole thing was gang affiliation and saying Treyway.
And then he got in trouble as soon as he got out.
He's celebrating his bodyguard shoots somebody.
And then he got in trouble last night because he got into an altercation between goons. It was his goons
and somebody else's goons in L.A.
and YG's goons in L.A.
Okay, yeah. So he's a magnet for trouble. I think he had his one little moment.
No, one thing he can't do is come out with hits. I'm sorry, he just can't. Like,
or if that's what you call hits,
he's not a one-hit wonder. He's
so
9 for 9.
You call out those hits?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
not
hits.
great songs, but they're catchy songs. It's like I Love It from Kanye West and Lil Pump.
Yeah, that was a crazy song. Floyd Mayweather is coming out of retirement.
Who the heck is he gonna fight?
He's fighting some Japanese guy in an MMA match.
I'm not watching that, and he's going to get his butt kicked.
Absolutely.
He's gonna get.
I think he needs money. Malcolm said this. Malcolm said he thinks he needs money.
Right,
and obviously,
right.
he must be going broke because the IRS might be leaning on him.
Because he owes him.
Because you know who's undefeated? The IRS. They just, you can't hide your money. You try to put a few dollars in your underwear somewhere, they know it's there. It's bad.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, and
he's going to get knocked off his block if he steps into the octagon.
Yeah. If the money's right though, he might take that chance. Bad Boys 3 is coming out.
Yeah,
let's clap that up. It's all depending on what the storyline is.
I mean,
they're not young. This usually them two. They'll add a younger star to do all the running around and the stunts, but they will have the story.
I'm not talking. But I'm talking about. It's too long of a wait. The second one came out in what 2006.
But I'm already committed. I've seen 1 and 2.
All right,
I'm committed to 3.
Okay, here's the thing though. I can tolerate like animated movies, animation movies, like Finding Dory. Or like Incredibles.
But that was extremely long wait for the Incredibles.
Yeah, that was. But it's the same thing but this is Bad Boys 3. This should have dropped around maybe 2010, 2007-ish. I mean,
when did part 2 come out?
I want to say 01.
01? It's been 16 years?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. It's been that long.
Oh, I'm not sure if I want to see that.
See? Exactly.
Jeez.
But
I'm thinking for some reason it's been like 7, 8 years.
No, dude, it's been longer than that.
Ouch.
I was like a baby when the second one came out. But long story short, I am somewhat excited, but
it's all about the writing.
Yeah,
it's all depending on what kind of story they write.
Yeah.
Quavo sells 110,000 for the first week. I guess that's an L.
That's an L. I'm sorry.
That's great.
That's pretty good for him.
Ain't that kind of a low number compared to like
that's gold?
That's a gold.
Is that gold?
110?
Yeah, gold is 500,000.
I thought it was 100,000.
No, 500,000 for gold, $1 million for platinum.
That's still good.
Yeah, 100,000 for the first week. For Quavo, that might be a little low. Might be.
Yeah. Now you know what? I can't.
Don't sell that much.
Huh?
Artists don't sell that much.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's a good point.
In this day and time, because all the streaming.
Except for like
Wayne, he did 500,000. That's Wayne.
Right. Yeah.
That's a good point.
So let's go into some of the leaders, NFL leaders at the halfway mark.
You're listening to the sounds of the week.
All right, here at NFL
the
leaders.
World according to
passing
Eli.
yards, Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, he's killing. How many yards he got?
2,901.
Ooh.
Jared Goff at number 2, 2,816.
Mm-hmm.
Kirk Cousins at 3, at 2,685. Hold on.
All right, we don't have to do all of these guys. Give me the leaders.
All right, like the big time leaders? All right.
Yeah, because we'll be here all day.
Yeah, all right. Give me a second, guys. Tackle leaders is Darius
Leonard from Indiana.
Indiana at 88.
88 tackles, all right.
Todd Gurley rushes and is the leader for the rushing yards.
How many yards he got?
868 yards.
Okay. After 9
sacks.
games. I know Donald's leading sacks.
No, it's Daniel Hunter for the Minnesota Vikings at 11.5.
Uh-huh. And Donald's
at 10.
Number 2, okay.
Yeah, he's at number 10. Receiving yards is Adam
Thielen from Minnesota. Yeah.
From Minnesota at
the rookie.
At 947.
The 5th round pick.
Yep. And interceptions is Kyle Fuller, Chicago Bears, at 4.
All right, let's clamp those guys up. All right, let's get down to these predictions. Week 10. I still hold a 5 game lead.
Yeah.
Could go down to 4
if
the Titans win. It's all pending tonight's game.
Yep.
So, young man, let's get this rolling. Rolling. Thursday's game. Panthers at Steelers. This is going to be a good one. Panthers are playing good.
Yeah, that's going to be good.
And the Steelers are playing good.
I'll take the Panthers.
You take the Panthers in this one? I'm going to take the Steelers at home. I think they're rolling. We got the Saints at the Bengals. Another good game.
Saints.
You got the Saints.
They're on fire.
Saints. I think I, too, will take the Saints. Falcons and Browns.
Falcons.
I think we'll both take the Falcons in that one. Lions and Bears. Oh, my. In Chicago.
Bears.
Bears for you. And Bears for me. Cardinals at the Chiefs. I think we'll both take the Chiefs. We're not going to mess around with that. Patriots at the Titans. We'll both take the Patriots.
Yeah.
Redskins at the Buccaneers.
Who you got?
I am going to take the Bucks. I need
Redskins. I can't.
You're going to take the Bucks?
Yeah. Redskins disappointed me last week.
Bills versus the Jets. This is division rivalries.
Give me the Bills.
You'll take the Bills. I will take the Jets. I think the Jets are right on the cusp of playing some good football.
At the US in Miami?
Yeah. Jaguars at the Colts. Colts are playing okay.
Give me the Jaguars.
Nobody's even talking about the Jaguars no more. I'll take the Colts.
Yeah, that was we both said that was a fluke. Yeah.
Right. Chargers at the Raiders. I think we'll both take the Chargers.
Yeah, Raiders are done.
Yeah, the Raiders are done. Seahawks at the Rams. Ooh.
In LA, who you got?
I'm going to take the Rams. I don't think they'll lose 2 in a row.
All right, same here.
I
gotta play it safe, guys. I'm not trying to gamble this.
Yeah. Dolphins at the Packers. Dolphins.
At the Packers?
Packers.
Give me the Packers.
You take the Packers in that one?
Yeah.
I'm going to take the Dolphins. I think they got a real chance of going to the playoffs. I think the Packers are going to pack it in. Cowboys at the Eagles. This is the Sunday night game. Yeah.
Who you got?
I'm going to take the Cowboys. I think they're going to start rolling. You take the Eagles. The Eagles need to win that. And that Monday night game has the Giants at the 49ers. Both of these teams are not playing for anything.
Give me the... So, who you taking?
I'll take the Giants.
Give me the 49ers.
Yeah, okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 6 games head-to-head this week.
God, jeez, that's still too much. Anyway.
No, we'll get that rocking. Where can we be reached?
We can be reached on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, SoundCloud, iTunes, Snapchat. Follow me on my YouTube channel. All at the WATE Podcast. One big word all together. I'm your host, Eli. This is my co-host, my dad. And I'll see you guys next week.
Peace. Tune in for more music, sports, video games, and culture. We are out of here.
You are now tuned in to the #1 podcast in the world, The Wait, the world according to Eli. Music, sports, video games, and culture. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the host of our show, Mr. Eli.